And so this particular story is about a woman who finally gets over her ex, and yet, because she seems aglow, her ex feels the need to play in her light. Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of Quiet Time with DNC. Hi, it's me again, DNC. I'm actually doing this in the daytime because my toddler is asleep and everyone else is at work. Won't he do it? I know that I sound stuffy. It's true, I am. I'm incredibly stuffy, so forgive that. Here in Atlanta, it is pollen season or pollen tsunami or hyperventilation pollination time. And so I'm going to sound a little stuffy, but the Zyrtec D will kick in probably in the next couple of days, so just hang it up with me. Today's episode, if you've caught my alert in Patreon, you would have noticed that this episode is about a chapter that will actually make the cut of Untraditional II, entitled Beauty Behind the Beast. First thing I would like to say is thank you for not unfollowing me or jumping away from Patreon because of my typos. Let me tell you this. It was raw when I put it in there. And oh, buddy, it's going to look pretty different by the time you see it in the final version. But none to say the less, the storyline will remain. So let's get into it. There's a lot going on. We've been hearing about a lot of breakups. I could name the couple. Was it Sweetie, Swati? Forgive me, love, I don't know your name. Quavo. I think I heard J-Lo, Alice Rodriguez breaking up. I heard about, it's just so many breakups, right? And that's a normal thing. And so when I was thinking about Beauty Behind the Beast, I just thought of a woman's mentality for a moment here. When we get to a level of what we feel like is calmness, we've moved on. We begin planting new plants, seeding new roses. We have found ourselves once again. We're enjoying our friends more because we realize that that relationship was keeping us from enjoying the company of our own friends enough. And sometimes when there's such a calm about us, clouds get jealous, storms get jealous, the devil begins to play in boredom. And so this particular story is about a woman who finally gets over her ex, and yet, because she seems aglow, her ex feels the need to play in her light. I thought about this storyline in a way that how often, see, here goes the nasal drip, forgive me. I'm gonna get it out. How often do women say all the time, girl, why is my ex texting me? Yeah, I'm not even finna do that. He know that, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know why. He's got a girl. He don't even need this. And you know, inside of us, we are actually a bit excited. We're excited by that because we knew you were going to want us. But, you know, we got to play that feeling cool to our girls. Because if our girls knew the excitement after the devastating breakup, our sisters would probably whip us from seashore to seashore. Okay? But every woman goes through that when you get that message from an ex. And so I wanted to dive into that true feeling. What's going on inside? What's behind that feeling of you just destroyed a piece of my life and probably a portion of my heart that will probably never rebuild itself. However, you still interest me. Now, I'll be honest. This is only part one. There will be a part two if you couldn't tell by the little cliffhanger at the end. And part two you won't get until the book comes out. But I think that I've always wondered, is it that men see a woman happy and want to be a part of their happiness, or they don't want to see them happy unless it would be just with them? They prefer to see women miserable without them. That's what I go through. And when I think about that notion, I also come back to the idea that your ex, if it's that type of ex, was never your friend. Because talking from DNC's personal life, I am friends with all my exes because it was friendship to start off with. And so in saying that, when I'm in a new relationship or if I'm past them and I know they're in a relationship, I respectfully remind them of the friendship before anything else. I will say, even though I talk about lust and everything, that lust will blind you from your value system. And in this particular story, the main character will have to figure out if she's willingly going to allow lust to blind her again. How many of us want lust to blind us again? Or in the first place? There's this movie on Netflix you should go see. I think it's called Behind Her Eyes. And basically about this woman who's a single mother. Her baby's father has moved on in another relationship, in which that relationship was what broke them up because he was cheating on the character with this woman. And she ends up meeting this guy in a bar, and they have this undeniable connection. And so he ends up kissing her after this one time with them just hanging out. And so, she never thinks that she'll see him again. And she does cross paths again with him because he becomes her boss. I know, right? That's shoes, ain't it? I ain't going to give you all the spoilers. You got to go look at it. But in that particular, it's a series on Netflix. So I think it's about 10 episodes. In that series, one of the episodes, she's one of those, she's going through this process of, this is wrong. He's my boss, who's also married. And I really shouldn't be with him. I really shouldn't be feeling this way about him. But that magnetism, the lust, because you're going to think it's love. I'm going to spoil that. The lust is what keeps her thinking she should keep going in the way she's going. And she even has a friend that says, I don't even understand what you're doing. You need to be safe. Take care of yourself. This is crazy. Why would you want to be in this triangle? And she blatantly says, for the first time ever, I want to fuck up. I want to do what is seen as wrong because it makes me happy. That is powerful, y'all. There's so many women who have worked their entire lives to do the right thing by everyone. And it can feel like doing the right thing leaves you them behind. Doing the right thing makes you feel like you aren't getting what you really want. Huh. Well, in The Beauty Behind the Beast, I am going to explore that feeling over and over and over again. Um, I want to leave you all with this note to consider. When you are in situations that feel like you must do the right thing for someone else, explore, and I use that word softly, explore the possibilities and the compromise in ways of how you cannot be the one losing from the situation. Let me transfer that to the candy story. The dentist says you have way too much candy. The sticky candy that you eat gets caught in your teeth, and so you can't have it anymore. You're going to lose your teeth. So you walk into the candy store, you know you should walk out because the dentist is right. Sticky teeth will fall out your mouth. But is it possible that if you have a sucker, something hard, or cotton candy, something that dissolves quickly, could you still be satisfied? It's just a question. Sure, there may be still some type of setback, but it won't be as bad as that sticky candy. I know I just dropped a nugget on you, didn't I? I know. Please take that one, sit on it. I just don't want you coming back to me when your teeth fall out. But did you enjoy the taste? That's all I'm saying. Well, folks, thankfully my child has been asleep for at least 12 minutes. So you got 12 minutes of this quiet time with me, and I appreciate you. Come back again. New one coming next month. I actually think next month we're going to dive back into one of my other stories. Let's do one of those chapters just like I did previously. Oh, we will, because it'll be the anniversary of Office Extravaganza. Ooh, that's a spicy one. All right, y'all. Until next time.